Whoa, and welcome back to Slice and Dice. I am back, fresh and ready to go. I gotta tell you, I don't care about basic anymore. I'm having fun. I actually unironically think the greens might be decently strong now. I've been having some success with them, so I kind of want to play it. And so that's what we're gonna do. If I see greens or like strata, I'm gonna click it because I think they're not as bad as I think they are. And there's only one way to find out. Also, like, I don't know, I had this whole, like, structure in my mind of how I was gonna go about this game. By the way, we're gonna play Monster Regen here for this turn, or this time. Name tag. Add Vitality and Anchor. Anchor goes on Alloy. I had this, like, this idea of structure where I was gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna do a sample of 100 games of basic only, then I'm gonna do a sample of 100 games of, like, without generate, and then, you know, or with generate and all of this stuff. And eventually I was just like, you know, I kind of just want to play the game. I don't need this structure. I don't need the unit test or whatever it's called. The problem is that 100 games idea is good if I was only streaming this and like I was full-time 8 hours a day on this game, but I'm not. I play this game, you know, pretty frequently, I would say. I play it once a day at minimum and sometimes more if I feel like streaming it, but I don't stream for long enough to really put in the hours I would need for that idea. Which is fine. I don't really mind. I think it's better this way anyway. You want to play Granite or Rogue? Probably Rogue. I think Granite, no reds, is whatever. If I do keep name when level up and I put it on Fighter, does Fighter become Fighter? Huh. It just clicked what that means to me. And I could just have, we could have pockets forever. Whoa. Imagine that. But anyway, that's what I'm thinking these days. I kind of just want to play whatever I want to play. If I want to play basic, I'm going to play basic. If I want to play greens, I'm going to play greens. And it's not so serious. It's not so deep. That's my current stance. Wand of Wand, I'm gaining some respect for it. Inflict single use in some teams is really good. The thing is, Ironheart is really good. Like when this thing is good, it is a tier 9 item of good. So I'm down to play Ironheart, and we can just let it ride. There are some fights where it's going to be exceptional that I have Ironheart. There are some fights where it's going to be useless. It's a mixed bag in the world today. I think I kill the Goblin, right? Because you definitely want to use Fierce when you're playing it, or when you're offered it, rather. Just kill the Goblin. It'd be nice to kill the Boar, because it's convenient to get past the special HP, but it's not the end of the world, is it? You could also roll down for more cantrips here if you like, to try to get through these seeds, but I'm just going to do it this way. This Boar will die eventually. He's also exerted. So I think the biggest problem with green teams that are bad, this is my current working hypothesis. I think bad green teams are green teams that have magical characters on them, because magical characters are not very good with greens. Greens want to play with things that just hit things, I feel, because then you can pick things like Presence, who is probably pretty decent here. You're going to find that to be appalling, I'm sure, but I don't think he's bad. And note that the curse is inactive in this fight. We just walk up to this guy and we go 2 poison right in his face. What's he going to do about it? Nothing. Exactly. See? It's kind of cool. I don't know if it's good or bad though. But like, I think Presence is actually pretty decent in this comp in greens, and that's the sort of thing I want to try to figure out these days. I'm trying to expand my understanding. Ace of Spades Presence, no downside. True. No, I didn't take Wand of Wand, so, is it called Wand of Wand? The stick thingy? Stick wand of sticks? It's gotta be Wand of Wand, but it definitely is just a stick, now that I'm thinking about it. Either way, since I didn't take that, I'll take the Burning Blade in case I get a roulette, of course. Goodbye, War Chief. And yeah, we'll see what we get offered here today to make interesting decisions happen. Is Statue good enough with one side? Honestly, maybe. Gladiator is basically the best yellow in the game though, so, or best tier 2 yellow, I think, pretty confidently. Stinky. The little goblin, he missed. Oh, what a fool. Ogre and Carrier are the big downsides of this curse. Ogre probably the biggest. I can't even hit this guy. Gotta be kill the barrel. He lives that. Yeah, I think Ogre... No, you know, it's probably worse to play this curse into Carrier. Ogre's scary, but he's gonna die. Carriers, they just become so much stronger. Yeah, it's gotta be Carriers, but it's close, you know? I think it is a little close. Why didn't I kill him? I guess it's fine. If nobody's dying, you can kind of just end turn there. It's impossible to miss. Not impossible, but unbelievably unlikely. And Kilt definitely gets on the board for one of the best 3s in the game. This thing's very good. We'll see, you know? The thing is, you need a big sample size in Slice and Dice. If you say to me, hey, streamer, I'm gonna say, hey, what's going on? And then also, why are you calling me streamer? We're not really, like, I'm not YouTube videoing right now. I'm not really streaming, but I guess it's pretty minor overall. Like, there's not that big of a distinction, and I understand why you would call me that, because it's like, it's easier, like, hey, YouTuber. I don't know, am I really a YouTuber? Like, you know, theoretically, yes, but why don't you get to the point and let me stop holding you up? And then you would say, what was I gonna say again? And then I would say, I don't fucking know. Anyway, no, you would say, okay, but actually what was I gonna say? Sorry, I forgot I started fucking yapping. Oh, you're gonna say, hey streamer, this run of greens was very good. I think these greens characters are actually super OP and you are underestimating them. And I'm gonna say, nah, not really. Not really the correct takeaway, because we need a bigger sample size. Also, I just let my pockets fucking drop. This is my fault. I was way too lazy in finishing this fight, and I just let him die to poison for no reason. I just kind of clicked on things instead of locking in for a kill. You're not a goblin! Whoa! Well, that's not very good. Alloy's dead too. That's extremely my bad. I just treated this blind like he was a goblin this whole time. No excuse. I also just clicked off the game. Oops. No excuse for this alloy death. I can't blame anything other than myself. I should have been a little more aggressive with my rolling. I was just taking mediocre rolls and then 2 characters died. That's on me. Mimic gets another copy of Add Poison. Armorer gets me away from alloy. You can't random here because you don't want to see Coffin. But Armor is so shit. Just offensively bad in this run. I'll take it. He combos okay with Presence enchanting sides. It's like pickable is what I would give it. I would give it pickable as my rating. And we can unlock this now that I have a guarantee. Okay. And this is a safe play that I just made. It's good to make plays like this, I think, where you lock the heal shield because you want to be sure your gladiator doesn't die, and then as soon as you're sure your armor is not going to go 1 in 36 to go 3 heavy, 3 heavy, you go, okay, cool, and then you unlock and roll for something better. And if you get garbage, you get garbage. It doesn't really matter. The point is in the way you go about it. This here. Poison this guy. He's almost dead. I'm gonna go for it. It's definitely killable. Now, I'm pretty sure I've asked this question before. This is one of those things that I can never really get locked into my brain, though. I think if you kill Sarcophagus by making him flee with a fierce attack, he does not actually pay you. But if he dies from poison, he does pay you. I know that one. So the question here is basically just, do I want to take the risk and let pockets die? And I think the answer is yeah. I would be very surprised to lose from this spot. And the random item is fine. I think it's an acceptable amount of greed. If the Null was doing a heavy attack, I would not take that trade. If I was losing the same characters there, but the null was hitting me with a heavy attack, I would be locked in on saving pockets there. And I would just play to save my characters as a whole. But in this spot, I think it is better. So one of you poison for 1. It's fine. Yeah, presence is also full HP, so eventually the enemies are supposed to hit this guy. I'm dying to bottom bones. This is 2 damage. I guess armor 4 is fine and I can roll the rest. Could unroll this now. Huh. Oh yeah, true. Weird looking too. Anyway, it's gonna be like shield here. Definitely just kill this guy and heal some HP back. It's a slow burn to finish off this Knoll and Bones, but I'll get there eventually. Probably. I hope. Smith 2 poison. Not really what I want to do here. It's actually really hard to kill these guys though. This is that regen really putting me on notice, huh? I'm lucky I hit that cantrip. I would have been in trouble. Okay, now he's dead. See, I was okay. It was just a bit of a long one. You get Aegis, it's whatever. Is Ink Bottle any good here? I don't know. Shuriken is not, but it could be good. Actually, Shuriken isn't the worst. I think I'll go Ink Bottle. I don't really like either. Ink Bottle has some high-end play, I think. Oh, I don't have Anchor equipped. That's on me for sure. Presence we just save. You probably kill Pockets. I would be surprised if he lives. Ah. I just don't make the militia flee, it's fine. I'm alright. We just keep locking in on ways to not die. Although this team comp, maybe I'm not supposed to be locking in on ways to not die. I might need to just send it on these guys sometimes. Especially with this regen. Like, the snipers are gonna pick me apart. Eventually I'm just gonna drop dead from this shit. But we get Cruel Death Wish and suddenly it's like... Hey, here's Smith up to 6, I guess 5? It's alright. Regen keeps him here. Sniper, I'd like to cut you a deal. You die, and then I walk over your dead body. Deal? Wow, he took it. What a world. Alien has been very good to me in this update. I have to say, this guy is like maybe one of the better tier 3 greens. Or tier 2 greens at this point. He's gotten a lot better. 2 poison, 3 damage, and 3 shields. He's a nice little mix of everything. Before he was just a weirdo, bunch of gambling. Now he's good. And Devoid, it'll be good for you a lot more often than it seems like it should be. That was the thing that I was most surprised about. Devoid is very strong sometimes. We saw it, I think, in the run that I did last night. I don't know. I've been recording a lot more, just kind of whenever I feel like it. But I did have a Devoid that just soloed a whole fight for 2 dice, which was cool. Long Grip's Door. Door armor is really good. And I don't like Wand Grips very much. This is strong. Suddenly armor has shield 3 and +3 attack. I want to say, I did see someone write their in defense of armor post in the comments, and I want you to know, this unit is dog shit because of how it is correct to evaluate things. Which is to say... Oh, that is right. It's not correct to evaluate a character based on like, well, if I hit this thing, it's going to be really good. Because the boring answer is you're probably not going to hit it, you know? If I hit Kite Shield Armor, he's an extremely good character. But he is not... Like, there's a thin margin of... Or like a thin number of things that will make him win you the game like that. There's not enough to be like, okay, I am willing to all in on this on armor. Because it's not even that good, you have to have someone who uses it well as well. There's a lot of reasons it's pretty underwhelming. Compare that to like sorcerer who has like 3, 4, 5 really good items spread out across the game that you can see, and any one of them is just like, okay, now I win because sorcerer is so overpowered. Like armor isn't gonna hit Kite Shield and win you the game. He's gonna hit Kite Shield and be like, okay, maybe I take this over a tier 3. I would rather die, Vessel. You are... Greens are really good. This is the worst guy. I would rather lose the game. Sorry about that, armor. It's not your fault you went up against the worst character in the game. I think you ask me, depending on the day, it's either Vessel or Alloy. Worst character in the game, full stop. I think it's one of those two. I think they're both really bad and like actively harmful. You might be thinking Tainted, right? Hey, what happened to Tainted? Tainted is not as bad as he was, in my opinion. The tier 3 curses, the only one that I think is really, really bad that I've seen people talk about is Back to Basics, which is really bad sometimes. But in this comp, Back to Basics is not even a problem. Back to Basics, if you don't know, is, I think it's like remove all... I'll open the ledger and we can look for ourselves, actually. I think it's like remove all keywords from all sides. So you just lose all your mana gains and things like that. It's really gross. I think he can give you Mundane, which is also bad. So there are things that aren't good for him, but yeah, you know. Well, I'll do a quick little review. Ooh, earn. So this is you keep the keywords below, right? Oh, I definitely want this. Because then you can play earn Aegis, and then you have duplicate, repel, steal. And this just lets you go crazy-ish, sort of crazy. Could also do it here and then just get an infinite cantrip setup if I could get repel on it somehow. Anyway, let's do a quick review of Tainted's curses. I've never done this. So Tainted gives you a tier 3 now. Let's talk about which curses are like game losing, right? Because some of these you won't be able to see. Boss curses, for example, you cannot see. But let's talk about them real quick. I think that I'm going to skip over things like these. These are annoying, but they don't kill you. And Tainted is strong enough that I think he kind of pushes past it. Big hit rate is really bad. I think bottom 1 HP I don't care about. Bottom poison, death shield. Annoying for sure. What is dread? It's kind of bad. Exposed edges is nothing. Improvised armor is really annoying, but probably not the end of the world. Mundane. This is a really bad one if you're playing a blue comp. Mundane is killer. And Back to Basics, of course. Remove all keywords from all sides. Sometimes a positive, mostly a negative. Really bad because it kind of just kills the whole reason to take Tainted, right? That's probably the worst one to hit because you're not getting any value. 0.1%. All monsters set all sides to 3. I mean, you're probably not going to see this in your lifetime, but yeah. So I think it's mostly just like what the fuck, turn 3 death? There are some bad ones in here for sure, but I think Tainted's pool of curses that kill you is small enough. It's still bad, right? He's not good, but I think that he's not as bad as he was when it was a 4. That's all. That's all I'm saying. I'm not trying to say he became good or anything. I just think he's not completely lost anymore. And what happens too is when you're playing a run like this, there's another piece of this that I want to make sure I clarify. One of the points to be made about a run like this, I'm not playing this because I'm trying super hard, right? That's the big thing I want to get across. This is a run that I'm playing because it's fun and I'm playing greens. I think if you're still trying super, super hard, you just stick to basic and like maybe magical if you want to spice it up. But the main thing here, Agent with Earn has to be really good, I believe. The main thing here to note is that if you're trying super, super hard, adding more to the knowledge check you have to know is just not worth it, right? There's no reason to expand yourself to all of these extra characters you have to learn. Unless you're like, I really want to play this comp, right? The variance is fun. I don't know why on earth I locked the only bad side Gladiator had there, by the way. No clue what I was thinking other than, I don't even know. Anyway, the variance is fun, but just stick to basic. So a lot of times you'll be in a run where you look at Tainted and you go, I need this guy to bail me out. I'm in a bad spot, Tainted save me. And then he shows up and he makes your run probably worse, but sometimes he wins and you get a non-curse for it. So that's the main thought. Anyway, I don't really want to kill this war chief now that I'm looking at it. I think you want to do it like this, and then cleanse presence because he's taking 3 poison. This is probably fine, because we can kill this bandit naturally and then probably kill the war chief off. And overkill it ideally. Agree with a pair. Don't lock the only bad side. Poisoning the basilisk is fine. Yeah, here we go. See, and then it's 3 plus 4. That's the top of them dead. That's what I was hoping I would get anyway. And then we'll just go poison basilisk is fine. Nothing to shield, really. Yeah, I said nothing to shield, really. A lot of poison that I let build up on me over a few turns, though. Oh, wow. Whoa. Good shit, Agent. Nice roll. Do that more often. Ogre Blood is pretty good. Sorry, I took a drink of my soda. It is pretty good. And again, I think I unequipped Anchor for some reason. I don't know why I keep forgetting to re-equip it. Probably because it's completely meaningless. Like, oh boy, 1 shield to my unit who's taking... How much is that? Infinity? Oh, infinity plus 2. I think this fight's kind of hard. Well, obviously, right? But like, look what I'm looking at. This is like a cleanse yourself of 2 poison with self-cleanse sort of angle. And then we just kill 1 null. If I do... No, okay. And then 3, and then it heals, and we don't care. So actually, slightly more optimized play here. We go here, here, and then this ghost isn't alive anymore. I can, and I'm actually doing like damage that carries through, right? 2 damage, and maybe I get a devoid. It's unlikely though, I don't have a great set of characters for devoid. You can also just get this replicate, and it's like 5, 6. Yeah, that side just kind of wins fights. Brawler is okay. I have add growth for him. I don't think dice is very good either. Give me brawler. This unit's fine. I forgot the big fish here. I want a presence. I want big fish on or not big fish, sorry. I want a name tag. I should actually be playing big fish too. These are like... It's true that this is a misplay to not equip big fish, but also like, who fucking cares, honestly? Like, it's good, I guess, because I could get cruel and then I could extend Tarantus's HP. Like this, actually. But I think the better play is gonna just be to go like 4 damage. Oh, you have to start. So you start on yourself? No. Okay. This chains through itself is the way it works. So you just kind of like, you just kind of go through it like that. I don't know. It doesn't matter a ton. You can look really close. There's a lot of good ways to play that turn. I think that just sending it like that is fine. Presence, I think that you are not going to be among us for much longer. Rampage is fine here. You may as well go like this. You may as well go like this and go like 3. However you want to do it is fine. I'm gonna use healed to 5. Probably boots of speed. This item's really good. +1 reroll is strong, and I'm gonna throw away big fish because like holding this for value is stupid. This is like, Okay, so in my mind, sometimes I look at this game and I'm like, oh man, I would really like to optimize. And I guess if you want to optimize, you can do this, right? But like, holding this item is not worth it, and I'm gonna make my run worse trying to play it like it is. It's important for me to be able to say, this item is bad, and move on. Look at this ridiculous N-gauge rampage. I couldn't dream of a better looking turn than that, honestly. Now, what I should do is I should just cover here so I can go like... Oh, but it fucks up the N-gauge, yeah. Is there anyone taking just damage from the troll? No. Okay, so it's not worth it. I guess I could do like... No, sorry. Here? Yeah. No. Am I a fool? I am a fool. Sorry, I almost have it. I've almost made it make sense. There you go. That's better. I got it, I got it. Onesie. Real alien? No. Holy shit, it's presents. Whoa. Freaking sweet. I do want this guy because I have Ink Bottle. I'm happy to play presents here. Holy book, sure. Yeah. Cool, thanks. I really want this. I mean, I guess it's fine. Honestly, it might be better to just run... It'll depend on the boss, right? But it's probably better to play Ink Bottle Cleanse on this guy. Depends on the fight. In this fight, it's better to play Eccentric. Oh, this is going to be annoying because I'm going to have to keep switching it around the order. What about braids? Does anyone like this? Honestly, my left sides are kind of garbage, so... Holy book. I have so many items that I just do not want to equip. You know what? I kind of want to keep Alien. Come along, Alien. I heart few dreadful. Squish. Times 2 versus target with the least HP of all. This is useless. I roll. Guess I do 3 damage. Hey, there we go. Now I roll again. Okay, and now it's... Every hit is going to go into the spiker as well. So the chain is going to be kind of weird. Okay, and if you want to, you can go in and hit the demon twice or something. Maybe like this. Because this is more than I need anyway. Oh no, it's not quite more than I need, huh? Probably anyone other than Alien can go in and hit the demon here. Acceptable. Very fine. You know, it is nice when I play this game and I make a play that is kind of risky, but I think technically correct, which is in this run, the play to... I'm having trouble actually finishing thoughts while making my final plays here. The play to let pockets die at the sarcophagus. It does end up being pretty good though here. Oh, Chaos Wand. What can I endure onto that? Quad use? But it has single use, so no. Shelf Shield? It already has that, I think. Probably nothing. Could go for some more item slots here. Time Stone's okay. I just have so many items that it's hard to really equip them, you know? Like, what do I want to do with door? I guess I could put it here. I'm just gonna move on. This optimization I don't believe matters because I'm just gonna do this. I'll roll it out for my cantrips here. Because cantrip 1 damage is actually pretty sweet. Wait, that's Echo. Wow. That's 9 damage, 9 damage. And then I get rolled by the chomp here. Let me actually just look at this if I go this way. Can I see the targeting matrix, please? So it all ends up on Keeper. Like, I can hit everyone if I'm hitting on Keeper here. Like that, yeah. Tainted Twin. Twin's good with the duplicate combo. And I have so many items that I have to have something useful for Twin, right? Boots of Speed is 4 rerolls, that's solid. Eccentric Hat is also fine then. I have the duplicate here. I want the Holy Book then on Presents. This door is useless. Bloodlust is good. Braids is terrible. Order, by the way. Anchor, Burning Blade, Iron Heart, Big Fish, Door. I think all of this is useless. No, that would mean it just is Anchor Agent. And this should win. I have so many things that are good here. And I have 4 rolls to hit them. So it should be impossible to miss here. It's not actually impossible to miss. That's an important note. It's not real. Like, you can miss. But I can take... I'm going to make a safer play here to be safe, of course. No reason to fuck around and die. I wish this boss, the call, would go below so Eccentric had at least 1 win in his life. His miserable existence. But the safe play is to just do this and be like... Yeah, you know. It's not a crazy, flashy win, but it's a I did 39 or 31 damage to Dragon on turn 1 sort of play. And then you go here, 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 here. Cool. Very fun. I had a good time with this run, honestly. I mean, I always have fun playing Slice and Dice, so I shouldn't say that. But, you know, still fun. Presence, Alien into Luggage Twin. With some good characters in the wings, to be fair. But, anyway. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.